Hey guys, I'm back. Mike Robert here. So today we're going to be going through this platform that I use called Mouseflow. I use Mouseflow to get deeper insights and I connect it to my sites so that we can really understand what people are doing on our website. One of the features that I really like with it is the session recordings. So this is where you can actually see what people are doing when they go on your page. Do they scroll? Do they not scroll? Locations, right, and things of that nature, just to get an idea. And what I like to do with it as well, I like to send this data back to my platform, and I actually have different AI bots that will utilize this data to make recommendations on how we could improve a particular landing page, a campaign, etc. That could be deeper knowledge that you're not ready for. I don't know, but what I do want to know, I'm sorry, what I do want to do is just kind of go through it. And one of the things that I look for are my duration. So the duration is basically how long someone visited the page for. We have fairly quickly landing pages. So on average, it could take the user anywhere between 30 seconds to 2 minutes to complete the form. But I have realized where some people may take longer, and that could just be maybe they're just carefully reading, carefully thinking about a number of different things. And what I've defaulted my settings to, let me just make sure. Yes. So these are just the people that have gone through and have had the tag submit. So they have become a lead, and most of it might even be some test leads that we've submitted just because we are making sure everything is working. And we do that a number of times just to make sure everything is working very well. Even when our campaign, for whatever reason, we had a bug the other day where some of the leads were not coming through and being stored. So that does happen. And unfortunately, Mouseflow will not show you the user data. It just shows you the session recording. But as you can see on the back end of what we do, right, quite a number of leads that come through our system. But in addition to the leads, it's really about the data, right? Looking at a couple of things, the devices that people are using, Android versus iPhone. Sometimes you can even see whether it's a desktop, mobile, or tablet that they're interacting with on your site, right? And this is just people that have submitted, right? If we went through and looked at, let's say we added or remove this filter and hit apply, and I'm just being a little careful because, again, I was looking at this saying, you know what, let me just kind of open it up and record. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to not show you, what to show you, but obviously we'll blur out some things and whatnot. But I wanted to come in here, 391 sessions in just the last 7 days. Most of it, though, as I look, I'm looking at it carefully and I'm looking at the region. There could be some bots in here because I noticed this today where we're having this duration of time. And when I looked at the sessions, the users didn't do anything. So I have to create something that's going to prevent that from happening. These are, again, things, when you really look at this, when you look at campaigns at such a deep level, these are, again, things that, of course, a client will never really understand. Or if you're that business owner and you want to run your own ads and get leads and all that kind of stuff, once again, you really have to take a deeper look at what you're looking at to really scale it beyond, just a handful of leads and people coming in, right? Because most people are not looking and thinking about, hey, how long did someone stay on my website, right? Most people are not thinking that. And most people are not attributing that type of concept to what are they doing. And that was going to open up a session replay, which I don't want to show because it's going to show the site. And I'm not showing the site today because it's a main page that we use. But most people are going to look at that and say, how does that make sense? Well, attributing data is really the key component. Remember, lead generation is really just the data aspect of it, right? How do we get consumers to take actions? And once they take actions, how do we monetize that data? In your case, being the actual service provider of your service, you're going to monetize that data by hopefully selling them your services. And then if you cannot, then maybe you have another thing that you can offer them at a later time. In the lead gen space, us knowing how people behave on our websites, landing pages is vital. It's data you're never going to get with a lead form because all you get with a lead form is comments on your ad and then also people that submit the form and maybe people that might like it and share it, etc. But this, understanding, is there a bug? Like, why are people only taking 30 seconds? And I would have to obviously go through and look at this, but what I did to save myself time is I actually built an AI bot assistant that will basically do that for me. So all I do is connect it to my site. I connected it with Mouseflow, and then basically there's an API key, and it basically goes through the entire process and then provides a report where we can look at that report and say, how can we how can we get this to change? Is there a bot, right? Is there fake traffic coming to our site and preventing people from taking the right type of action? And we'll obviously pair that up. Like, you can look at certain cities that you see and maybe take a guess. And there's quite a number of people that have come through here, on the site, and there's an hour delay. As you can see, 2 live sessions. There's an hour delay in that time frame. So yeah, that's just the video today. I highly recommend technology like this if you're looking to generate more leads, because what that's going to do, my lawn guys here, what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to basically maximize your efforts. And if you don't have something like that, then it's really going to be hard to know where your campaign is really performing very well, where it's not performing well, because all you're looking at is, did you get a sale yet? Did you get a lead yet on Meta? And maybe your notification metrics. But then outside of that, what, like, the data we want to know, obviously, is as people are converting, as they're not converting, what ad and landing page copy made sense for them to convert? Didn't make sense for them to convert? And how can we maximize that? So for instance, if we're running this ad and this image and this headline, then on the landing page, what should it say to go from maybe getting a 15 or 20% lead conversion rate to a 25 or 22 or 28 or 30% conversion rate? And can we manipulate that data in our favor to get more leads from it, right? And that's something that you would want to know. Okay, so yeah, if you, I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that, but if you guys are interested, you can always check them out. So far, this has been really helpful for me, especially with the number of sites that I've added it to, and just understanding the user behavior. But then I believe sending that data back to my AI bot that I made, that has been helpful too, because the honest truth is you cannot see everything no matter how good you think you are. And having AI can be very, very helpful in terms of getting more results, right, with your campaigns. Bye for now.